Hi, friends, and welcome to my culturally responsive library projects for ACS 320. My name is Veronica Rodriguez, and I am a Spanish teacher for 3 to 5-year-olds. I teach at First United Methodist Church of Arlington Heights. It is a daycare and we care. I audited a library for cultural and social awareness books. My classroom is not very diverse. I teach a predominantly white in a predominantly white area in a suburb of Chicago. All of my students are of white backgrounds. In our library, only 5 books had African American lead characters. Out of the 50 books, 26 of them had Latin characters. They were in leading roles only 6 times. This put me on a mission to find books to add to my library. One that featured a male Latin character. 85% of my book's representation. Most of the lead characters were female. I needed to find a lead African American male character because I was lacking there also. And then my third book would show basically a family overcoming economic hardship. About a balanced library should have both windows and mirrors. Windows are books that help kids see the world. A mirror helps children to see themselves. There is so much representation of white, female, and male characters. Our library reflects that reality. The mirrors are already there. Let's put some windows in this library. One book I chose to add demonstrating economic hardship was Maddie's Fridge. This story demonstrates economic hardship. It's basically about Maddie and her best friend Sophia realizing that Maddie's family was having some economic troubles because every time she would come over, Maddie would not have any food in her fridge, and she wanted to help her friend through their struggles, but she was told to keep everything a secret. This book addresses poverty and hardship and respect and sensitivity. Book number 2, Latin male representation. I chose Paletero Man. It's the lead character is a little boy, and he is looking for the Paletero Man, whose name is Jose. Paletero is basically a popsicle, Mexican popsicle made of like gelato, and they come in different flavors. Coconut, limbe, things like that. So it basically it celebrates the Latin culture, right? Where in this book the community comes together to help this little boy get a paleta, which is ice cream, if you will. And My third book I chose to add to my library is African American Male Representation of I'm a Little King. Um, this book I found beautifully illustrates the book aims at showing how important African American boys are. It is written very quickly and rhythmically. Seven diversity topics that are within my library, but that I chose to kind of represent are gender, race, economic diversity, disability, language, sexual orientation, and religion. I chose these topics because of the lack of diversity in my class. My class is a predominantly white, and I want them to know that there are people less fortunate than them. And they deserve sensitivity and respect. There are some beautiful foods and cultures out there that I want them to just be open minded to. So my library does need a lot of work, but I hope by adding the 3 books, it adds a little more diversity, and my children start to be a little more open minded around other cultures and backgrounds. I hope you guys enjoyed my project. Have a good evening.